Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. Crock pot, potluck, gotta have dessert. Mine is gonna be chocolate cobbler in the crock pot. One of our regular viewers asked me to do this, and so it sounded delicious, so here it is. I have melted 3/4 cup of butter. I am going to put the butter into, I sprayed this already, into the bottom of the crock pot. Okay, now I'm gonna slide this over, give me some working space. Now, secondly, in a large bowl, I'm gonna mix together, there we go, 1.5 cups of sugar, of white granulated sugar, one and a half cups of white granulated sugar. To this, I'm gonna add, let's see, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. Okay, 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. Now to this, I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of milk and 2 tablespoons of the 1/2 cup of cocoa that you measure for this recipe. So 2 tablespoons of cocoa. The rest goes into this bowl, which I'll tell you about that in a second. I'm gonna give this a stir, and I'm going to add in the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I'm gonna use vanilla bean paste. I just like that better for baking. It's a richer flavor, in my opinion. Now let me set that to the side. Of course, my nose is wanting to run now. Okay, I'm gonna mix that. So this was 1.5 cups of sugar, flour. Self-rising flour was 1.5 cups as well. I'm gonna have to like pat this down because this is getting real thick. I have never made this before, as you can see, but I do think it'll be really good. I put in here 1/2 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I'm gonna give that a stir, and we're gonna put that into the crock pot over the melted butter. So this is very doughy. I didn't realize it was gonna be like this. Almost like a cookie mix. Okay. Let me get it all incorporated here. You know what? This is thick enough that I'm gonna handle it with my hands and just kind of crumble it. Actually, I'm just gonna dollop it over the butter and spread it all around the bottom of this crock pot. I will post a picture of this when it gets done underneath this particular vlog. And I actually downloaded this off of the internet, and I just Google searched chocolate cobbler in the crock pot, and there it was. Okay, I'm gonna spread that out evenly because I am gonna pour 2.5 cups of boiling water over top of this. And then, okay. Now, in this other bowl, before I add the boiling water, I have put the remainder of the 1/2 cup of cocoa and the remainder of the 1.5 cups of sugar, because it called for 3 cups of sugar. It says to sprinkle it over top of this and do not stir. That's what the directions say. It's kind of like a dump cake. And let me grab my boiling water. I'm gonna pour that over the top. I'm not gonna stir it. And I'm gonna cook this on low for 4 hours. Now, when this gets done, I'm gonna sprinkle some pecans on mine and serve this with ice cream. So there it is, chocolate cobbler in the crock pot. Sounds yummy. I'll post a picture of the finished product after it gets done later this evening. See y'all, have a great one.